So I don't know about you, but when I'm mowing the lawn and got to do the trimming and all and edging, I'm always finding myself like flipping through different tools to do it, right? I have the gas trimmer, and then I have an edger, and then if I want to trim hedges or bushes, whatever, I got something for that. Well, right now this is all going to change. So right behind me, I'm going to show you what comes in the box. So let's go ahead, see some of the items here. So we got the string trimmer attachment there for the bottom, the guard. Now look at this. This is the edger. Nice metal blade on that, comes all attached in the box. You have a little deflector piece of rubber there, as well as the wheel. Cutting depth, you can set that to 0.06 inches to 0.22, so almost a 1/4 inch down. That's pretty cool. So that looks pretty nice and sturdy, good quality. Everything looks easy to attach. Then we have our attachments here as far as being able to carry this stuff nice and easily, which is great. Nice padded shoulder pads, so you can attach it right to the trimmer right there, which is really nice because I have one that doesn't have that, and I'd love to have that option. Coming over here, we have a couple of our tools that come with it. Our getting started operating guide. This has protector on it, but there you go. That's a max speed of 10,000 RPM. This is a metal blade that's going to take care of things like bush hogging stuff and things like that, big weeds. Next, we have our hedge trimmer. You can see how that plugs right into the pole, and you have the different attachments and the different types of poles. Now, this does look like a straight trimmer, so it's not a bent shaft. If you're looking for that, this may not be what you need. And then coming over here, let's take a look at what powers this. So this is a 2-cycle by Badger. It's 26 cc, cannot use in the forest. I don't know if that means it just won't work or just not recommended, but a pretty decent sized gas tank right there. So you're going to mix it with the oil because it is a 2-stroke engine. So just keep that in mind. We have our start and our run. So our choke, run, pull start. Decent size, nice looking engine. Feels like good quality. You have our throttle trigger here, as well as our on off, and that's where we're going to put the attachments. I'm really excited about this because it's gas powered, looks like it has a really decent engine on it, and it should be pretty easy to swap these different pieces out from just looking at it initially. So I'm going to go ahead, put this thing together. We're going to try it out. I'm going to try it with the string trimmer attachment first, but we're going to try all of it because I want to see how this works. So you can see we got the deflector, we got the string attachment there. Put this handle in. I found that if it's actually level on the ground or just sitting on the ground, it was easier to put this in because it does pop in place with these little pins. Then you tighten it down. I put this on. This is a nice rubber grip here, as well as this right here to help just hold it up as you're trimming. Now you use the Allen wrench that came with it. If you have arthritis or just tighten up in your hand, it was a little bit of a challenge. But not that big of a deal. Just take your time, or if you have a ratchet size that will fit that Allen key, then you can just use it that way. Right here is going to be one of the clips for putting on the shoulder harness, I believe, and then everything else was all set to go. So these are going to be really good. One thing I did notice just off the bat, there's no little bag because I had to take off a few different pieces to put the trimmer attachment on, and then you have these little end caps that you probably want to keep on in place when you know, they're not being in use, and then when they are, you want somewhere to store them. So I'd like to see a little bag come with it, but otherwise this is pretty much ready to get some gas, and we're going to start it up. And you put it down, look at the middle setting right there for start, and then we're going to flip it down, run. Hopefully that's good, and we're going to try it out. Working as it should. I'm gonna go do a little bit more and see how it just works overall, and then we're gonna switch out the blades and try the different attachments. loving this 4-in-1 trimmer. Now this is a gas trimmer, and as you saw in the video, it has all these different attachments that are relatively easy. I did have a little trouble getting this one on here, the Hedge trimmer. For some reason, I had just had a tough time getting it to slide into place, but I just twisted a little bit and then it went in. The more you use it, the better and easier it's going to become. But for the most part, I love having this strap here so you can hold on to it and it's taking some weight off your arms. I do have to move the handle up a little bit. It's a little bit too low for me, but those are all easy things to really do. And changing these out is super simple. Now, starting this up, of course, the first time I did have, you know, a little bit of trouble because there's no gas in it. Got to get it going through the system. Not a big deal, but now it starts right up. Maybe 3 poles when we're starting from cold, but otherwise this 2-cycle engine runs great. The trimmer attachment, easy to load, easy to install. It goes through everything. The gas lasts a really long time. I was able to do a 1-acre property, really no issues at all. And then having that disc attachment, that's almost like that bush hog attachment. While it is kind of dangerous, it did work well. Now, I did have a little bit of a balance issue with that at first, so it was getting kind of shaky when I was doing it. But I went back and tried it again, and now I got it to really like even out. I think it was just off a little bit when I screwed it on, but for the most part, it is such a great tool and set of tools. You don't have to worry about having 4 different power tools or gas power tools. You just have this one. What I would like to see with this, honestly, I would really love to see some type of bag, not so much for this, but a bag just to keep not only the Allen wrenches that came with it to tighten things up, but also some type of carrying bag for all these attachments and accessories, because right now they're just kind of laying around in the garage. I don't want to lose anything. Even this, I mean, this is just to keep it nice and soft against you. Maybe if there was a pouch in here where I could throw in some of those Allen wrenches, would be really helpful. But I love the color of this too. It works great. And like I said, it's 2 cycles. So yeah, you got to mix the gas in it with the oil. Not a big deal. Very straightforward. One of those bottles to a gallon. You can always read that. But I just love having this. Now, it's so funny because I just bought a gas trimmer just by itself, and I have my electric Hedge trimmer and my my edger and things like that, and I'm like, oh man, all these different things. And now I just have this one tool and I can switch it out easily. Takes literally 1 minute to switch it all out, except for that disc part where it took maybe 5 minutes to switch it out. But I mean, overall, this is an awesome product. So if you're looking for something like this for your lawn, garden, homestead, small farm, whatever it is, then you're going to want to check out this from Wild Badger.